All right, we finally had a chance to see the latest dev stream that just came out. Now, and we did react to this the other day, but I wanted to kind of summarize everything that is going on with this update and everything coming up to the new update coming up for us as well. I wanted to summarize everything that was in that live stream that was over 2 hours long. We want to condense it to as short as possible. So the first thing I want to go over is that they're changing the way the actual content is being laid out. Now, we've always had, so far as of the game, we've only had two big patches, but we also have smaller patches, updates in between. So now we are getting no longer just Season 1, Update 2, Season 2, and Season 2, Update 1, Update 2. They're going to be changing how that content layout is. Now, they mentioned that they are fearful that the content is drying up, that many players feel like is drying up and not a lot of content, and they want to be able to deliver even more content. It looks like they're trying to have a bigger content drop and trickle these content in between. Now, they are kind of leaving this update similar together altogether what they're coming up with, but they're breaking it up a little bit more so that they can have a bigger update coming up to us in June. So you should be seeing right now the next 3 months, give or take. Now, things will be changing, give or take, from here, but we're going to be seeing that there is a new main story coming up. Now, this should be a continuation of the main story from the actual main story, and not a side story like how Keelan and Inez story was, but this should be improving that. There's a new place we're going to be going to, new monsters. There's going to be some arcade tuning nodes we're going to be doing, and they will be dropping the new Descendants arena. On top of that, 4 ultimate weapons, new external components, new Void Intercept Battle Tormentor will be coming out, some new skin. You're also going to be getting the new fellow, the Golden Retriever. There are going to be giving us new modules, which I'm excited about because I feel like they need to give us a lot of modules so that it's not like every single cookie cutter build needs this specific mod. I would like to see a lot more modules being put in, and they are going to be talking about an update coming up soon where they're going to be tuning some of the mods too. So those mods are not being used. They're trying to see if they can change the category of the actual mod. So that I'm super excited about. You are still going to get a new Game Pass. They're adding photo mode as well. They're going to also give us a little bit more customization. You're going to be able to paint your eyebrows and beards to different colors if you want. And they're also giving us ultimate transfers, which is a really great quality of life change, so that if you have a normal descendant and you have put crystalline catalyst in them, that you can actually potentially pull some of that into the ultimate form. Now, that is really nice. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing about that. And they did tell us that before the new update, there will be another dev live stream. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be talking about specifically about the ultimate transfers, what materials you need specifically for that. They did mention a little bit about materials, how they're going to be very limited for now to be able to transfer. So it doesn't look like if you put 12 catalysts inside a character, it doesn't look like you might be able to get all of them, but they're going to be giving us some more details in upcoming weeks. They're also bringing the Escava to the limited trade edition if you want to be able to get that. And also they're going to be giving us skins. Now, that is just for one update. Now, that sounds like a lot, but keep in mind that in about 1 month, they're going to be giving us a little bit more. This is what's going to be giving us Ultimate Blair story, new components, adjustments to the actual components, being able to adjust the actual reactor first option that they have on there. New Void Purge is going to be coming up. They're going to be able to have an LFG system, looks like, as well. You'll be able to inspect your friends or anyone else, which is interesting. I wonder how deep we're going to be able to see the actual modules and the components. I'm kind of curious what they're going to show us when it comes to that. And they're also going to be showing us new skins. Now, that is April. Now, May is only a little bit, so I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing in May to give us a little bit more content. It looks like that's when it's going to be a little dry. I believe sometime in June is supposed to be, and I'm thinking more mid to late June because they want to go after the update to be around anniversary as well. And anniversary should be around July 2nd or the 5th, give or take. So most likely we're looking at mid June for the big update. So I am curious to see what they're going to be doing so they can make it seamless with all the content. But looks like May is going to be a little dry of a month, but we're going to be getting a new Void Abyss, boss, and also the skins to go with it and the toy to go with it as well. This is also when you're going to be able to get jiggle physics as well. And then on top of that, they're going to be doing some sort of Descendant arcade tuning sockets, which we're going to be showing as well, and also more skins. They did mention that their skins are going to be coming out a lot more frequently, so people who want skins. My only concern about them dropping more skins is if they make it more limited and you will never see those skins again. I feel like there will be a lot of people who will have a lot of fear of missing out, and because of the FOMO, they are going to be a little upset that that is a one-time thing only. So I'm curious to see. I would like to see that these skins won't be a one-time only edition. I would like to see them to last, maybe they'll rerun again. So I'm curious to see what they'll do about that. Like certain big events, I can understand that, you have a limited potential skin, like an anniversary skin or something in those lines that makes it shine and makes it special. But if you just have a skin that is just generic and it's a one-time only, maybe someone might not want that skin right now, or they play the game months from now and they really want that skin and they can't get it because it's a limited skin. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing about the skin options. They're going to be dropping them a lot more frequently, which means more revenue for them if they want to as well. One thing I still want in this quality of life changes, maybe we'll see it in anniversary, so I would love to see trading. Trading is definitely something on my bucket list to see, because I want to make sure that we're able to have a community that we're able to trade within ourselves and not have to always spend if we don't want to. Being able to trade the premium currency around would be really nice. All right, what about from now until that March update? Well, we are going to be getting, if you haven't already been playing, on February 13th, we have gotten 3 ultimate weapons that's gotten buffed. On top of that, they balanced some rare weapons as well, and they're also helping void erosion improvements. Now, they did mention the improvements of these void erosions is that everyone is focused too much on guns only, and it doesn't feel balanced, that certain characters are better and then others, so they're trying to balance it out. So a lot of people were concerned about it being completely nerfed. We haven't had a chance personally to keep going, but we will be grinding out to do more void purges past 20 to make sure that we are seeing how it is on end game content. But that is all that already came out. If you're watching this video, it's already out live. So the 3 ultimate weapons are the Last Dagger, the Restorer Relic, and the Sigor Proof. And then on February 20th, the next update hot patch will be really focusing on balance effects and improvements of the other external component sets. So this is the Invader set, the Bravery set, the Volcanic set, the Distorted Resolve, Frozen Heart, Hungry Sonic. All of these specific external components, they're going to be rebalancing them and improving them, because they see that only people are really using the Slayer set, which in reality you get so much buff from that. So I would like to see what they're going to be doing next update specifically, which will be a few days from now, to see what they're actually doing with the update of these external components, to really make them shine, to be their own thing and not very niche. Only certain characters will really need this with this specific build. So it's very niche, a lot of these extra component sets. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing for that. On top of that, this is where they're going to start adjusting some modules. Some ultimate modules are going to be adjusted as well. It looks like their status duration effect, and then they're going to be looking at modules that are not being used and changing them around a little bit. Now, my concern is there are some Ultimate Descendant modules that I feel like they should be doing a little bit better with. Just to nitpick, and off the top of my head, the one thing I've always been complaining about on stream is Valby's one jumping mod. I feel like that mod could do a lot better if you could leave a puddle behind, and that also has its own DOT. So there's a few things that I would like to see adjusted. I do like Valby, but it's just certain mods. I feel like if you playing Valby, is really, you're just going to use Supply Moisture. And I feel like it would be nice to see certain mods get tuned to there actually be a little bit better. So they are going to be adjusting, and it looks like in March, when we have the new update, the season 2 episode 2, we got a little look at what it is. They did show us a picture of Ajax, Lepic, and Glay, and the title it being behind the void, beyond the void, and it was being hinting at that we're going to be looking at Glay potentially and her missing daughter, which would make sense because Ajax wanted to help Glay look for her daughter, so that makes sense why Ajax is also with Glay. So it looks like we're going to be getting a little bit of story behind that as well. So I am curious to see. This looks like it will be part of the actual main story. So it is curious to see what they're going to be doing on that update. But stay tuned to be able to see the actual March live stream that they're going to be talking more about that. On top of that, we got to look at the new Fire Descendant coming out very soon. Serena, she will be coming out very soon, and she does have wings, which they talked about her being able to fly around, which that would be very interesting to see. This will be our first female fire character, so I am curious to see what her build is at. I do like Isimo. I think Isimo is pretty fun with the new rework he has. Now, I haven't had a chance to work with Blair too much at all, but what's really cool is our new Ultimate Descendant. It looks like it's going to be Ultimate Blair, which will give me a chance to actually play with Blair and understand his kit. I am curious to see if they would do any readjusting or tuning for Blair, like they did with Sharon, to see if they would be a little bit more of a push to use him a lot more. So I'm curious to see if they'll do any buffs when it comes to that. But again, that will be more towards April's update. But it is good to see that we are getting a new ultimate, and now we kind of know it is Ultimate Blair. They also talked about the new fellow coming out in March update as well. It is a golden retriever, and the effect is going to be the retriever will be able to grab ammo packs and have a bank of ammo pack storage for you so that you can go into it. So that is really nice. If you're using any heavy weapons or anything like that, you can easily run out of bullets. It is really nice. This one specifically is going to be really good for dungeons. I definitely can see if you're just going to be powerhousing to just using your weapons is really nice. I could definitely see this one being used a lot more often, being able to have that extra storage of ammo so you don't have to worry about it. I'm curious to see what the actual ammo capacity bank that the retriever will have, which is going to be really nice. Definitely going to be like a must to have when you're playing around, where the other one is easily to be able to grab all the materials around you. But they did mention that they're going to be, after this one, looking at other pets as well. So not just dogs, so they're going to be looking at other pets that we're going to be able to potentially have as well. So I'm curious to see what we're going to get next. Is it going to be a cat? Is it going to be like an alien species or anything like that? So I'm curious to see what they would actually do. I would like to see something funny, like random pop up. I don't know. I'm just so used to like playing sci-fi games and just have like a random, I don't know, like a bear following you and the bear does something. So I'm curious to see if there will be anything like that. Not just, you know, normal pets that we can domesticate, but also just other pets as well, and another species. So I'll be curious to see about that. And they also show that we're going to be getting more towards the May time frame, a descendant node, where you're going to be able to enhance your descendant even further. Looking at the icons, it looks like we're going to be getting, you know, some more HP, more defense, more resistance, possibly more skill modifiers, potentially whatever the character is, the descendant you're using, you'll probably be getting more of that elemental bonus damage as well. So I'm curious to see. Some of the icons are not aware fully of it, but I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with that. That looks like it's going to be more towards specifically the May time frame to be able to really dig deeper into your descendants. So I am curious to see what they're going to be doing with the actual system. They talked about the new system going to be able to be used in some of the new content that they're going to be dropping for that specifically. So I am curious to see how in depth and how stronger we can get with this as well. And that is pretty much it when it comes to the live stream. I'll try to condense this as much as possible. A few things that I'm super excited about is the new modules. I personally feel like every single descendant build out there all seem to use very similar builds to it, and it's the very niche builds that I tend to enjoy the most, like a Freyna Venom injection build, or anything similar like that. Like those sort of things I do find a little bit more interesting how people are building them. But a lot of times they all tend to use the exact same mods. So I'm just curious to see the new modules they're going to be giving us, the new rework of mods as well. They're going to be giving us 4 new ultimate weapons. Hopefully some of these ultimate weapons can be game changing. They're going the new Descendant coming out, and even the new Ultimate coming out, the new boss. I'm also curious to see the new story coming out as well. We've noticed how great the story has been getting with the cutscenes and the actual depth a little bit more than it was before when you first started playing the game. So I am curious to see how more in-depth is going to be able to get with the story as well. And then on top of that, being able to transfer your catalyst into from your normal to your ultimate is going to be really good as well. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Blair even built that at all, so I can't even test it with that one, but being able to try that with the next Ultimate Descendant would be really nice, because the characters that I do like, I always do invest, even the normal ones, because I like to test them out if they don't have an ultimate form. So I am curious to see how they will be doing the ultimate transfers as well. And there's a lot of other things that came out that I am curious about, but I want to know what you guys think about this. What are you guys most excited about? Is there anything specific? Are you waiting? Are you going to hold off and not play the game a little bit more? Are you going to wait for the bigger content? Just let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Appreciate you guys even watching this video. You guys have a good one. I see you guys in the next video. Peace.